Hello and welcome to episode number 193 of Nation of Conversation. I am your host, Ryan. Here with me again, the love of my life, Bill Cashin.
Howdy.
Next to him,
What intro music.
Better. Next to him, his hips don't lie. It's Mike DeFazio.
Oh man, I got into a whole fight today at work.
A fight about the halftime show?
Women bold in their crotches. I was like,
Who said that?
Okay, boomer.
Who said that, a man?
Yes, of course, a man. Like a
cares?
6-year-old man.
That
Who
years
cares?
ago, the male named Bruce Springsteen legitimately humped America right in the face.
It's
Yeah.
His crotch touched the camera.
This is not new.
No.
Who's complaining about it?
Fucking dipshit.
Go back to Puritan America?
My
Like,
cousin said
what?
he was waiting for the two of them to touch butts, like to
Oh, yeah.
bump.
Yeah.
He said he thought it would
They
be
just shook in unison,
yes.
butts.
He thought if they touched,
Fine.
it would be like Thanos snapping. He said like it would
Everyone
just kill
would
half
just
the people there.
All the fake fans that run around in
Oh.
front of the stage would die. All right. While he's coming downstairs.
Oh god, what
what
racket.
the hell?
Oh, an
I
interesting.
just woke up, so
You just woke up? What is
around
it?
7:50.
Were you,
I'm working overnight, so
were you on a
makes
cocaine
sense.
bender? What happened?
Oh.
Are you working tonight?
No,
Okay.
All right. Top story. WWE fires its two presidents. Mike, you said this is the biggest story.
I did not say that.
You said
I
it's a huge story.
It's a big deal. Now, I am not some sort of corporate or Wall Street or any of us are analysts, but it's. I guess they were fired.
They were fired by Vince.
They were fired.
George
He at least made it seem that way.
George
Yes.
Barrios and
And
Michelle
Michelle
Williams.
Wilson. Yes.
Wilson.
They've been there for 15 years.
They were supposed to take over for Vince.
They're the ones who's supposed
on
to
the
take over
corporate
because
side.
that's the most interesting thing.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of interesting things.
Sure.
Because they were two people who were probably supposed to take over, which because but
Meltzer,
now
Meltzer said Triple H can take over like wrestling booking, but not the company
no,
itself.
like who takes over? I don't
Shane
think
McMahon.
They don't have
no,
anybody.
They don't have anyone.
It's gonna be Shane.
No, it's not.
Vince is gonna just keep closing ranks.
You need to
that?
have a corporate,
Hunter.
a corporate
No,
leader.
Hunter.
It can't be
It
him.
has to be someone who's
not?
Wall Street approved.
Yeah,
But
right.
didn't
Nowadays, you can't be
Didn't
like
Shane run some sketchy Chinese company for a couple years? That's good enough.
MMA pay-per-view company or whatever?
Good enough.
yeah.
Yeah, so
These two were two.
it seemed like they were fired out of nowhere. But
I get like
reporting-wise, it's got to do with a lot of their monetary issues. So they've lost a ton of money, apparently,
yeah
over
they
the last quarter.
They've lost, but still, I think they said something about strategic vision.
Well, that's
I
what
don't
everybody
think-
says.
I don't think WWE is in any way like going out of business or
No,
anything.
no, I don't think.
Because
I'm
they're
not saying
just
that.
like the XFL ain't going even anywhere anytime soon.
Well,
No,
That
it's not. The
that starts,
XFL
what,
is
2 weeks?
starts
flushed.
this Saturday.
This
is-
Saturday?
XFL is flushed with enough cash to get through like 2 seasons. It's all right out of Vince's pocket.
Because Vince divested some of his
Yeah.
money from WWE
300
to
million.
do this.
They've got 300 million to do whatever they want, so they could theoretically get through 2 seasons.
Do we
They
yet
got
know
fucking
anyone
10.
in the league? Like, who's the face of the league?
I did see a lot
Landry
of.
Jones.
I saw
Yeah.
a lot of names that sounded familiar, but never did anything that like they were supposed to get drafted pretty high and then never happened.
So if this was, you think this was XFL related? Do you think the XFL?
Because I can't remember. Is the XFL part of WWE?
No, it's
It's
not.
not.
It's just Vince.
He started another company, Titan Sports or
Right.
some
Yeah,
such thing.
Yeah. So was he trying to fold them in together maybe? And that's why these two were whacked.
The thing is these two were big on the network, which it's funny when you look back at the network and think of whether it was a good idea or a bad idea. It's good idea in that
It was a good idea. They just didn't do it right.
Trent Richardson.
They went too far with the network.
it was a good idea because now everyone's moved this way.
Yeah, they were ahead of the
very
game on
way
that.
ahead of the time. But then what it's done to the content is not good.
What the problem with the network always was, it should have been a few pay-per-views.
Yeah, but you
And
can't even
not
do
every
that.
single pay-per-view.
You can't do that because
People would buy the rest. Still buy WrestleMania.
think?
Why wouldn't they?
Maybe
You think
WrestleMania.
all those marks wouldn't buy WrestleMania. WrestleMania is not on the network. Royal Rumble's not on the
You think
network.
if you leave the
SummerSlam
Big Four or
and
whatever?
Survivor Series are not on the network. But Great Balls of Fire you can get if you
That's
have the
true.
network. Good for you.
That's true. Because you can
And then not put them on for like a year.
Right.
Like the ones
right.
that- the
the
ones
old
that you had to
ones
pay.
don't show up until a year from the.
It would have been
yeah.
so interesting to
Right.
see what would have happened if they didn't put the pay-per-views. Because
no pay-per-views.
essentially,
Yeah.
when they put the pay-per-views on the network, that was the end of
Pay-per-view.
pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Because, like, think of what they're not even pay-per-view. We call them
Network specials.
the pay-per-views are now. They're nothing.
Right.
There's no proper build to them besides the big four.
Because it doesn't matter what they do.
It doesn't matter. But now think, because no one's actually laying down real money to see them.
Right.
Now imagine if they're putting out these pay-per-views, but people are selling out $65.
And more. Because
more.
the UFC, a UFC HD pay-per-view is what, $100 and something dollars?
But imagine if they were still doing that. Like, imagine how different wrestling would be even. If
Yeah,
they
the
were,
company would be completely different.
It'd be so different, I feel like. And even taking NXT off the network was just a major misstep.
It certainly was.
Was just so, and I think that
If I had cable, I would not have cable and the network.
yeah,
Like, I still have the network because that's where I want to watch NXT, but
yeah,
But if you can essentially get the show for free
yeah.
and then you
every week, and then
you don't get the pay-per-views, but they have like 5 a year.
they only have four or five a year, so you can
Right.
figure it out. You
Right.
can go find a friend or borrow a password
Yeah.
for one night.
But it's just like
That just murdered the
that
network.
they
We knew
did-
that was going to.
they
We
did
talked
that
about it.
strictly out of spite.
Yeah, we talked about it
competition.
for years that was going to be a disaster. I mean, they made money
It's
off.
not I don't think they did. That's the thing. Is
They
that's
made
what,
money off the USA. Like
That's the thing that we're waiting for this
we
network.
don't actually
is
know?
Right now, some people think that they're getting nothing for the NXT deal.
Ouch.
Like
Why
they're
would
just
they
putting
make
it
it
out there just to take away from
So-
AEW.
That's dumb.
let me ask.
Well,
this.
who said they were smart?
Right.
Let me ask this question then: were these two presidents like, "Yo, we got to retract this NXT thing or figure it out"? Do you think that was
I
part
don't
of
know.
the?
I don't know what I heard about who made that call. I think it was Vince.
According to Meltzer, Vince made the call. But why did he make the call?
Strictly to try and put AEW out of business.
No, I mean to these firing.
Oh,
these two.
firing.
Yeah, I know. Obviously they moved it only to put them
Yeah,
out of
now
business.
they did
They
that.
would never put it on TV
No,
unless they
no.
got $1 million.
And now there's nothing.
Tons of money.
Nothing to watch the network for. Nothing.
Yeah, why do you have the network now? Yeah. Like even it doesn't even work that well. Like,
No, that's the big
I've been,
thing.
I
is-
watched a little bit the other day leading
It's-
up to Royal Rumble, and I'm like,
That's the
this
big
doesn't
thing
work
is they
that well.
with the change
Yeah.
in the network. It's gotten worse.
Yeah, somehow they made it worse. Somehow they
I
made it
don't know.
worse.
I don't.
So the earnings call is when? Wednesday?
Thursday.
Or Thursday?
And who? It's not
And
like
we're-
like we said, Wall Street experts who are
Right.
going
But
to.
are we going to find out that the network subscriptions are under 1 million
I wouldn't doubt it if we don't even.
They
I
just
would.
bury those
They
numbers.
just bury those numbers somehow or try not to.
because their stock is down now way
yeah,
down.
Way down when they
Way
fired
down.
these two.
What
yeah.
is it? $48. It was at $48.
It's dropped a lot.
It went down almost $10, I think I saw.
Wow.
which is like
not good.
20% or something.
No.
That's not good.
No.
Man, the company, like you said, the company's not going out of business.
No.
They got a $2 billion deal for SmackDown.
Nothing. We won't see any real consequences of this until maybe their next TV deal comes up. That's where. Because these two
Right.
were the ones who helped secure the Fox deal.
Right, and that was a big
That was
deal,
a big deal
for them.
Yeah, so that's the next time you
That
really see
basically
the
kept them
concept.
in business for the next 5 to 7 years.
But still, I'm sure it's very weary on these investors and Wall Street people being like, okay, this guy's how old and
now he's
who's... I'm
Yeah.
sure Warren Buffett
right.
and people like Vince, who I'm sure there's plenty of old men who are still in power, but they have a structure, a
Right.
corporate structure that is in place.
There's no like replacement.
Yeah. Yes.
Meltzer was saying like there's nobody groomed to
Nope.
take this over. There's no like they are starting a succession plan now after
which
they
is
fired them.
not good. Which, like I said, people who this is not a smart thing to do. Which
It makes you wonder if there was some kind of a blow up, and Vince just said, "Fine, leave."
maybe
He is that kind. He is that kind of guy where you would think that he would have a blow up and just fire somebody.
Well, we shall, I guess, see someday.
Yeah, it's we'll see. We'll see how it plays out, but it's an interesting story for sure. And they've made a lot of bad missteps over the last 3 years. So
Can Colt Cabana get these two onto his podcast?
I don't know. A
Let's see.
shoot interview.
They're also supposedly completely getting rid of. I don't know if we're talking about
The
this.
tiered network is
No, not that. House shows. House shows
they're-
are slowly being phased out. I
yeah,
believe.
they're losing
because
money every
they
house show
don't
they go
make
up.
money on it.
Yeah.
Which is truthfully, it's almost better not to do house shows because you're gonna save.
Sure,
You're gonna save
travel,
money. You save travel
injuries.
and way less wear and tear. You're set. Like who does besides New Japan for some weird reason they do house shows in a
because their business, as we've seen, their business is in like 1980.
yeah.
That's
They think it's still 1980.
If you were to look at it's kind of like how country music, like the country music world still is in 1985, while the rest of rock is in like the
Right.
dumper. Like country music can still pull,
Country music
draw.
at least still pop. Yeah,
It's popular. It gets ratings. Like radio stations still operate the same way that they used to, but like regular alternative rock is just trash.
but the thing is,
Like
no one
cares.
no one goes to house shows anymore.
Right. So,
I
but
haven't
in
been to
Japan they do.
NXT.
Right. No, I'm talking. I'm sorry. I'm talking about their U.S.
Right.
Their U.S. tour.
Oh.
Them running house shows in the U.S.
Yeah, that's
makes
weird.
no
And
sense.
it only makes sense in the fact that, like, I wouldn't normally get to see New Japan, so I guess I can see it.
I'm still not like if I lived in Nashville or something, I'd be excited, but I wouldn't be like, oh man, I'm ready for this. I don't know. Not even Taguchi. I don't know. Rocky Romero versus someone.
Aren't they running a concurrent tour in Japan?
Yes,
I
with
feel
way
like
better people.
I feel like it's about getting more eyes on them, like getting more American
Yes.
viewers. So why wouldn't you do that? Like it's not a bad idea.
Because house shows aren't generating.
Yeah, you're not
But
making
you're just
money
getting
off
those
of it.
people that are gonna watch anyways at a house show. The 3,000, 2,000.
They're
1,000
running
people.
small house shows.
Right.
WWE's running
And
mega
that's-
house shows.
But that's
at least on the main
still
product.
not going to do anything. It's not going to help grow your business. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's a lot of fallout to come here. I think
Yeah,
still.
a lot of stuff gonna.
I quickly mentioned the tiered
Yeah.
network is now off the table for now.
Yeah, probably. Oh yeah.
Some of the other deals that they probably were trying to do are off
Did-
the table.
The tiered network ever get started?
no.
No.
Nope.
I just talked about it a lot. The other thing
Constant talk.
Meltzer was talking about which is another AEW thing. Because they have spent so much money on retaining dudes by giving them raises for no reason, or big raises to people just
Big
to keep them
contracts,
for 5
yeah.
years.
Paying a lot more.
A lot of their they still have a lot of revenue obviously from TV deals, but that's way lower now because they paid Randy Orton and Edge and all these other people
Paying
tons
them.
and tons of money to not go to AEW,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and all of them got upgraded to a $500,000 deal
Yeah.
if they were going to stay, and even like Revival was going to get what, 700,000.
They
That
turned
was
down
each.
500,000.
Then they
each,
turned down 700,000.
and then they turned down 700,000.
So that's a ton of fucking
So-
money for a middling
for the
tag
club.
team.
Yeah.
The
The club
Anderson
got
and
tons
Gallows
of money. Yeah,
together are making $1 million for just the two of them.
they're each making $1 million.
They're
or-
each making 500,000.
Oh, they're each. Yeah,
And they're not doing anything.
They're
Well,
not being
they're on
used.
TV.
they're doing a
every week.
little bit more, but
They're on TV.
it's
every week.
all those people that they signed. I mean, Orton. Orton got a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Edge got a lot more than that.
Edge got probably more than.
Supposedly, Edge
Got-
was offered $3 million to work for AEW, which seems high to me.
Which I feel like Edge and AEW just would not have.
No, it's
felt
better
right.
this way.
It would not have felt right.
No.
It's like
Sexton Hardcastle's going to come out.
I get Jericho. I get even like a Punk if he showed up, but Edge No, that wouldn't have felt right.
It'd be the Enigma. They don't have anybody that goes to the crowd.
Edge as a performer would have been okay. but,
Yeah, Edge-
like all of his gimmicks that he
Yeah.
couldn't bring over would ruin it a little.
Yeah,
bit.
it would have been interesting to see what he would. Adam
know.
Copeland. Oh my God, Adam Copeland's here.
Yeah.
Whoa. All right, Bill. I almost said Edge. Edge, can you give us a segment name to be
Enigma.
named later? Do you have anything?
I do. Just some questions, some confusion I had. I hate to call you guys out on this stuff, but somebody's got to do it.
Right, of course.
Ryan, I'll start with you.
Oh, no.
You very much confused me. You're talking about AEW,
Yeah.
and you're talking about the cruise,
Yes.
and you said there was a weird thing where Darby Allin was singing along with John Moxley and his wife Priscilla Kelly.
Yeah.
Priscilla Kelly being the wife of Darby Allin.
Oh, Darby Allin's wife.
Yes.
Oh,
I thought you were saying she was John
No,
Moxley.
Yeah.
no, sorry.
Very confused.
I mixed those up, but I meant Darby Allin.
Okay, thank
I
you.
understood it.
Mike, you
That's
confused
because
me
you know
during
who's
your
married to who.
your Wrestler of the Week segment. Very much confused me.
What confuses you?
Well, because you brought up only passingly the great Mike Blade,
Right.
but I need you to clarify. Did you mean Mike Blade out of Rogersville, Tennessee, or did you mean the even better Michael Blade out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
Oh, I think it was Mike.
Yeah, it's Mike Blade.
Mike Blade out of Tennessee. Okay,
Mike Blade, the
Just-
short one.
They're often confused. I wasn't sure.
Thank you.
Wally, last week you said nearly nothing. I have no notes. It was perfect.
yes.
He said nothing.
Keep it up.
Basically
Wow.
nothing last week.
Did you just shush him?
Yeah, he's talking. I said keep it up, and he started talking.
All right, let's go over some things that happened this week. NWA Powerrr saw Nick Aldis and Marty Scurll.
What was
have
this segment that you guys loved so much?
How you didn't watch it?
They had a.
I've only ever watched one episode
It's
of NWA Powerrr.
NWA Power. That's why we didn't watch it.
It was a fantastic segment where they
Oh my God. Just
they had
killer
like a
segment.
sit down interview with each other.
Just
No,
10 minutes. They built to it all episode.
yeah.
All
And
episode.
what was the stipulation that Aldis said? Because
Well,
Aldis doesn't want Marty to face him for the title.
Right. They had a very good like back and forth. Pretty much. Well, most of it was all this just like going at Marty.
Marty almost said nothing.
Yeah, Marty said nothing for a while, and him just calling out, being like, and making allusions to the deal he just got with Ring of Honor.
He's like, you're so rich now, you don't
Yeah.
need to worry about anything
Yeah.
with your money.
Yeah, it was just excellent. All this is just he is so good making the allusions to stuff people have said about him, where he's difficult to work with, and all this stuff. Yeah, it was just a phenomenal segment.
So basically, he said, like, if you want to face me, you're gonna have to put something up yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just face
Just show
me.
up, yeah.
Come on, you have. And he had already beat him too. That was
Yeah.
also part of it. He's like, so why don't you fork over some of that money to face me?
Yeah.
And what does he have to do if he has to potentially hasn't
Has
accepted
to
yet?
pay back
Pay every fan if he loses.
pay back the gate.
Pay back the gate to every fan. If he
Yeah,
loses.
which is just an
That's
awesome
interesting.
stipulation.
Yeah.
Just an awesome
that's.
stip.
I'm sure that's happened before.
Yeah. I
But
think Jerry Lawler
It's
and I forget who.
fantastic. What a great small time
Oh.
gimmick too,
Yes.
because it's a small arena.
And you know what's good is all this when they first announced the Crockett Cup, they had been saying like this is going to be in a much bigger arena,
Yeah,
a much bigger place,
Right.
And so now it makes it interesting. Like, oh, where's this going to be?
Oh, that he would have to refund the
It's
gate
a
up.
much bigger
refund
gate
the
than
gate.
you think it's going to be.
At like a bigger place than just like at the 200
So then
people.
Skull has to win though.
You never know.
Yeah, you do know.
I guess the one time, the last time it did, I forget who was talking about, but yeah, and the person did lose and they did have to refund, but that was
If it was
It's a- if
WWE or AEW trying to pull something off, okay. NWA Powerrr ain't
Well,
refunding
Vince,
anybody.
remember that whole gimmick Vince did with the fucking
Just give
money?
him-
Yeah,
Just
give
dropping
away $1
money,
million
yeah.
every Monday Night Raw.
But
So you said it was segment of the year. or something.
easily segment right now, segment of the year. It's early.
I thought it was fantastic.
It
too.
was that is just wrestling to a T. Just like guys who aren't like exactly enemies, but they just have a rivalry. Their past is they have a long past together.
It was a lot of fresh. Obviously, it's older stuff, but
Yes.
it was fresh. Especially even like Marty
Yes.
being lost for words. Like,
Right.
oh shit! Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I really want to win this belt, but I
It was
don't wanna lose money.
obviously very real.
I've already
Real-
lost to him.
Yeah.
Like, am I going to lose again? Like, obviously he's going to do it, but
Yeah, it was just an excellent segment. NWA Powerrr.
very unique.
I love that show, NWA Powerrr. It's so good.
The
good.
last couple weeks were very, very good.
Yes.
Very,
So
very good. And
I look forward to it every week.
the TV title rule. I sent this.
Oh,
to you
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
If Ricky Starks won the TV title, if he completes 7 defenses, he can move up a class and challenge for the next highest belt, which right now is the NWA 10 pounds of gold.
Okay.
If he wins 7 matches, he can then move up
Yep.
to challenge. It's like a video game. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is great.
Yeah, that's
Because
good.
now
I like
all
that.
of his TV matches mean something.
Means something, right?
They're super important. And
Are
if
they
he
all
draw-
still 6 minutes and 10
yeah,
seconds? or
they're
whatever?
all still
if he
6:05.
if he draws, that's it. He's got to
Yeah.
start again from the bottom. Like
Damn.
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And it's maybe a potential way to build up like younger, lower guys
Yeah.
moving up for title shots. 2 great episodes of NXT and AEW this week.
Yeah.
NXT minus the Dakota Kai Tegan Knox match that was very
Well, that
weird.
has now been
It's now going to be a street fight
a street
at
fight
NXT
at Taylor,
Portland,
which
but I don't like Tegan won clean pretty
Well,
much.
no,
No, she hit her
Tegan-
with this thing, right?
and then there was a picture.
Still, I don't know.
Obviously, Regal's making the right call here. Making
Yeah.
it a,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
street
there was a lot of great stuff on NXT
Yeah,
there
this
was.
week.
The biggest thing for me is that it looks like Dijakovac,
Yeah, he's facing.
oh, well,
gonna
there was
face
one bad
Keith
thing.
Lee.
Keith
The
Lee
way-
on a pay-per-view
The
finally.
way that dude holds his mic,
Oh yeah,
Who's
he was
that?
holding it like this or
yeah.
something.
I don't know what that was.
Upside down for those who can't
Priest.
see.
Damian
Priest.
Priest is
Oh.
One
terrible.
thing is that
That
promo,
sexy vampire.
that promo where he is like, "I take things like women," and then the crowd was just like
Ugh.
completely silent and just like, "What the fuck, motherfucker!"
Yeah, that was bad.
Damian Priest is
Yeah.
the worst.
Like that dude.
He sucks.
You know what? And him and Dijakovic had a perfectly good match.
Yeah, it was a good match, good
Yeah.
big man match.
Finn Balor and Trent Seven.
Oh,
That was
I
good.
loved this match. Him going Ishii with that throat chop, Balor.
Yeah.
He fucking
Well, he
chopped him
attacked
right in
he attacked the throat in the parking lot with the car
Yes.
door.
Yes.
and then
He
him
went throat
fucking
chop.
chopping him right in the throat.
Telling you,
This
I've been telling you, Finn
is-
Balor Evil is so good.
What this
They also-
this match was just Trent Seven was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all just terrific.
Shotzi Blackheart is rocket strapped to her.
Yeah,
With the-
what
in her
was
tank.
that?
She drove a tank out.
This
to-
is
a
what she
mini
used to
tank
do
the ring.
on the Indies.
She drove a mini tank
and then
out.
Deanna Purrazzo jobbed out. to her.
Yeah, I was so upset
Great
by
job.
that. I was so upset by that. But she was
Chelsea Green lost. I don't know what
Shotzi
they're
was
doing with
super
her.
over.
Yeah.
I
I don't know if I'll ever, but they're strapping it on.
I was so pissed.
Yeah.
Peraza is one of my favorite wrestlers.
Yep. Well,
And she hasn't been used in 2 years. Literally, she has not been used in 2 years.
yeah.
And yeah, Chelsea Green again
Lost.
looking
Okay,
dumb.
yep.
Lost to who? Caden Carter.
Yep.
Yeah,
Who
with
is the former? What was her name before that?
I forget.
I forget.
Lacey.
Lacey.
Not Lacey. Evans.
No, not Lacey Evans. Lacey Lane.
Yes,
Lacey
Lacey
Lane.
Lane.
And so yes, they gave her like a quick roll.
So she lost,
And then the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
and then
what a
the
killer
finals.
match.
Yeah.
Broserweights won.
Bruiserweights
Beat
won,
your
but
boys.
Grizzly Young Veterans are a very good tag team.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, so good.
a lot of showcasing there.
There was one takeaway also from NXT UK that was interesting. I don't know how it's going to go, but there was a segment between, again, Trent Seven and Eddie Dennis to talk about the match they had where he powerbombed him out of the ring.
Oh yeah, onto that
And
guy's back.
Trent Seven basically said he made a match that we've been making for years, but he said you only won because you took the cover off you made the corner deadly. It's the only reason you won.
Oh.
So I want to have a rematch with you. Let's make it a street fight
Okay.
and just take off all of the turnbuckles.
For
Let's
deadly
just
corners?
make it deadly.
Deadly ring.
That works.
And I've never seen that before.
I'm excited for it.
But yeah, otherwise they were fine in NXT UK. But I love that.
I can't wait to
4
see
deadly
that.
corners.
Yeah, I got something for you guys. Get the fuck out of here.
Captain fucking
New Japan?
What is that dude up to these days?
Fuck out of here.
Fired by.
Yeah, you
Well, I know, but he's still around doing something. Is he working in All Japan or
I don't
something?
I
know.
have no clue where he is.
I don't know.
Who was that?
Finn, while he
Finn
was
Balor.
then,
That's what I
while
thought.
him, Fale, and
Tama Tonga.
no, him, Fale, and Carl Anderson
Oh.
were like holding a reporter hostage.
Yeah, yeah.
Captain fucking New Japan, get the fuck out of here. So good.
Awesome.
Evil Finn, I love it. I cannot wait for that match.
Johnny and Finn.
I hope they
couple.
just
That's only a couple weeks away.
2
too.
weeks. Yeah,
2 weeks,
2
yeah.
weeks, and then 3 weeks is Revolution.
Right. On AEW, we saw Moxley just doing great babyface work where he's like going to take on a million Inner Circle guys.
That was funny because like
and new
Why
like,
did- like,
new
the-
like goons came out.
the thugs, like I was just like, okay,
like
and then
literally thugs came out that
and
were
then-
friends with LAX.
Oh, boy.
Came out to
and
help.
then like it's cool that Moxley like went at them, but then that security came out, and then
Yeah, well,
Oh.
security came out, broke it up. MJF, you like this segment where MJF paid Butcher and Blade.
yeah, this is such
Butcher
a
and Blade
cool
were
thing.
in their butcher shop. I
Yeah,
assume?
they're butchers,
He's a
and
butcher.
And
butchers.
he came in with came in with an envelope full of money and gave it to Allie, the bunny,
it said Young Bucks on it,
And
and
it
it's
said Young Bucks.
because he threw
because they threw him in the pool.
threw him in the pool, and he can't swim.
So he gave him a bunch of money
To
to
kill-
the young buck.
Kill the Young
Oh,
Bucks.
okay.
This
Which
is
is good.
so Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
Give me more of this. It gives it such.
There was like a
fun
supernatural thing too,
Yes.
because the butcher and the blade
Like,
were in their butcher thing, and then
Yes.
like the lights went out and came back on, and they were in their gear.
So cool.
There was also another
It
weird.
just like fleshes out Butcher and Blade good, even though man, these guys are such J-bro. They look like such J-bros.
I saw somebody online, which does kind of make sense, but they haven't done it in the storyline to like justify this thought. But it's like they're mercenaries. They're just trying to do a job and get paid. If they lose, they don't really care. They just want to get money. It's like, okay, well, they
Okay.
haven't shown that.
Yeah, they
But
just
yeah,
shown-
okay, that would make it better if they talk about that. What else happened? That was well, Nyla had a match which didn't go over well.
I read that it was
A lot
the
of
worst.
a lot of bad stuff about
Dude,
Nyla and
Big Swole. I like Big Swole.
I was gonna say I thought Big Swole was decent, but yeah, that match didn't
I
go
wasn't
well.
crazy about that.
No Nightmare Collective this time, right? And
No.
and a very quick thing with Dark Order. So you have to
Yeah,
really
Do
deal
they-
they're
with
do we have a
really
leader yet?
pushing now with
Daniels, right?
with Daniels, which makes me think.
Told you.
No,
said
it's-
this from the
It's
beginning.
not Daniels. It's
It
Brandon
is.
Cutler. That's
It-
part of the crew, but I don't think
Right,
he's.
and now once again, stuff if they're doing shit on being the elite,
They are.
that I don't,
They
I'm
are.
not watching. I'm not watching Be the Elite, and then continuing the storylines because did something also happen with the Dark Order on Being the Elite? Not the Dark Order, the Collective. This is what you watch it.
No, not this
Okay,
week.
so now there's another video
There's,
I have to watch.
There's that interview that happened. They're doing the therapy. They're doing another therapy video.
No, put it on TV. Put it on TV.
They're
guys.
doing another therapy video. So
Doesn't like Jericho still do his own YouTube and like
Yeah.
don't they all do their own?
Sammy has his own.
Right, but Sammy does a vlog,
They're
and
not
he does it
storyline.
like
Right,
Yeah.
but
There was other good stuff on this show though. The Bucks and Butcher Blade was good.
that was a good.
The Hangman Page Hold My Beer.
How do you feel about the Hangman obviously being a drunk?
Not great.
People seem to really people
People
like it.
People love it.
I'm not because I don't think they're turning him heel now. Like 'cause-
After what he did, that was a pretty big babyface thing to do, where he
Yeah.
just came out drinking a beer. He handed it to Matt Jackson of the
Yeah.
Young Bucks. Hold this. Did his flipping clothesline move, whatever that's called.
they're obviously
Larry.
leading.
And then got the beer back, chugged it, and left.
They're obviously leading towards, though. I think for Revolution, Bucks
Bucks versus
versus
them.
Hangman. But I don't know if they're still gonna go, because I felt like they're gonna move towards. Maybe they could still do like them losing the belts to the Bucks, and then Paige and Omega having a kind of friendly rivalry. I don't know, but then the whole drunk aspect could really be iffy.
It's already iffy.
Like with could get into
Scott Hall territory.
no, I'm thinking more Hawk. Was it Hawk or Animal?
Hawk falling
yeah.
off the Titantron.
Yeah,
Hawk.
like that stuff. Like
I'm
that
so
stuff.
drunk. I climbed up to the top of the Titantron. Now I'm gonna fall off, but next week I'm fine.
Like
Jesus.
weird. Like that could be. I'll keep
I
watching.
don't know. I liked. I mean, there's beer drinking gimmicks like Austin, where it's like
Right.
I come out and I drink a beer after the match.
Yeah.
This was more of the
There's
Austin
that, man.
thing. Like, I'm drinking a beer. Hold this. I'm going to help you out real quick and
Right,
leave.
but
Like,
he's also playing it up like he's
drunk.
always
drunk.
everywhere else. Though.
yeah, he's kind of like tipsy.
Yeah.
It's just like
Drunk
like,
during
Are they
matches.
moving towards like a weird intervention thing?
It
Where, like,
sounds the way you're
Yeah.
talking about it. It sounds like it.
Yeah.
which
Maybe
is-
he's not a
I don't
bad
know.
guy. He just needs help.
yeah.
Somehow this, I don't know if there's anything else on AEW you want to talk about. There's some other good stuff in there.
The finishing tag match. Was
Oh, the
pretty
Pac
good.
promo was cool. Him on the
Pac thing,
steps.
Him just
That was
him,
Lucha Underground-y, too.
him and just
Full gear
outside in full gear,
Yep.
walking down this like in the middle of
Like Joker.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was literally like a Joker.
Oh, you know what? I
ripoff.
thought the Cody Kip Sabian thing. I wasn't crazy about that.
Why are they
I think
fighting
Kip
again?
Sabian is just like
You know what I did like from that
very
match?
Austin Theory.
when,
Just like
when,
this.
Kip Sabian and what's her face went to kiss each other, and Joey Janela popped up with this creepy smile from the crowd, and they kissed both of his cheeks. That was very silly.
Because
And then he just he took a step back, double birds, and then just
Oh, yeah, SCU versus the Hybrid 2.
what is a hybrid 2 again?
Was
that-
Don't ask questions.
Was that formerly a different tag team?
no, it's
no, it's Angelico and Jack
Oh,
Evans.
yeah. Britt Baker had a great segment.
Yes.
she knocked it out of the park, making
Much-
fun of Tony again.
Much better. This
She
is
was
what-
very natural this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
just felt really right. And like
Yeah.
the thing I did get is when she said something about like now you finally got a good baker in Cleveland or something. I was like,
Baker Mayfield.
oh,
Yeah.
totally did.
Take
went
a shot at
over-
Baker Mayfield.
I'm sorry. I'm
Really?
sorry.
How did that
I don't
go
have
over
Baker
your-
Mayfield on the top. Baker Mayfield.
But
is
you are a Cleveland sports fan.
Oh,
I do
the
know that
biggest.
about you.
You've been to their stadium.
Yeah.
You've been to Bob Golick's. You spent a day in Bob Golick's. How much of a bigger Cleveland fan can you be?
That is so true. I am ashamed. I spent a day at Bob Golick's and I've lost touch.
She also, that's like baptism. You spend a day in Bob Golick's. You're
Yeah.
basically a Clevelander.
Yeah.
She called out JR, and she said, like, how dare you cut me off, because that happened. Like, we talked about it last week, how her promo was cut off. They, like, cut it for time or whatever, and she blamed it on JR, which was cool. She's like, JR, what the fuck?
Oh, I love this.
You
when she's
cut me
like-
off, and then she's like, you probably don't even know my name or anyone else's name here, or something like
Calling
that.
him out for forgetting people's names.
Which is funny because now people on Twitter, he's like fighting back on people like
Yeah.
ha ha ha, you have 100 followers. And it's like, no, you factually call people the wrong name. You do it. You can't really go after people and be pissed off if you do something wrong. But anyway, somehow we buried the biggest news of the week. Suzuki is facing Orange Cassidy.
Minoru Suzuki.
This should be something.
What in the world?
This is
that
literally-
Bloodsport?
No, it's Joey
Spring
Janela's
break.
spring break.
Oh, just spring break.
He's going to be at Bloodsport though,
What
which I'm wondering
the
if like
hell?
because Moxley's supposed to be there too. I wonder if they'll. But I think their feuds, they're going to be fighting soon.
They're fighting at New Beginning, right?
Yeah, in New Beginning.
And
I think
it's just
this Thursday.
we had a night of New Beginning
We had
already.
two
right?
nights.
We had 2 nights.
Two very good nights. Yeah, this is just
This is a mega.
just
this
wrestling
Is,
should
how is
cease-
this even going to work?
wrestling.
I
should
do want to
cease
see how
exist.
Suzuki sells his like shin kick. and
He's
stuff
not
like
going
that.
to.
He's
obviously.
Well, I know, but I want to see what the reaction. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's not
yeah,
just
yeah.
going to stand there and ignore it.
Is this a fly-in for you? Would you potentially fly
Oh
in?
God!
If you had tickets to this?
if I was going, like,
If you had just tickets to this, would you
I'm
fly into
sure Joey
Tampa?
Janela's spring break is already sold out.
It's got to be. Yeah.
But now this would just the
This is pushing
ticket
it over the
value
edge.
of that The second market ticket value was
Yeah.
probably Scott. I'd kill to be there for this.
I can't wait to see this thing.
Kill to
So we'll
be
be
there.
watching
We
Spring Break.
are going to
Yes.
be watching this. Yeah,
I will maybe ordering the pay per view.
Yeah, we gotta be.
of
We
this.
gotta watch this freaking match.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna
just
be
like
awesome.
they're just awesome at booking these crazy ass shit.
Literally minutes after we fucking left the building,
Yep.
Andrade, your boy Bill, was suspended.
Absolutely disgusting.
What a disgusting act.
I'm waiting to hear the report as to what happened.
Suspended for
Disgusting.
performance-enhancing drugs.
I don't believe performance enhancing was ever part of it.
Oh, okay. Just drugs.
Just disgusting.
Suspended.
How dare he?
Suspended.
Have you
How
never
dare
heard of
you.
people getting tainted meat from Mexico?
Oh.
Why does he
That's
live?
racist.
He is Mexican. This is not his fault. He ate some bad meat.
This is just.
I bet you Charlotte tested the same thing, but she didn't get suspended.
She won the Royal Rumble.
That's racist.
You know what's funny about this is even with the suspension looming, Humberto Carrillo still cannot beat Andrade.
No.
Heyman
They
made the
still didn't get the
Heyman made the
belt.
call to keep it on him, which 30 days. Whatever. And
What the fuck?
Doesn't matter.
yeah, Humberto
Humberto's never going to go anywhere. He should just quit right now.
He's an up and comer.
Oh,
He'll do
man.
very well back in AAA.
So Andrade, see you in 30 days. Ouch.
Well deserved vacation, Andrade.
Ouch.
he should completely void his NXT title run.
Jesus
Completely void it. Asterisks on the title run. Asterisks on that NXT title.
So you got to Johnny's got to give back
take
that
away
5-star match.
Take away that 5-star match. Take it
Oh
away.
man, Bill, it's fighting words.
Tainted meat. It's tainted meat, guys.
The Revival, we talked about it briefly. Revival again.
Yeah,
It's like they've been kidnapped. They asked for their release for a third time.
I think they're done. Unless they give them like $1 million each.
I think they're just done.
I think
they're just
they're done. I think they're both.
So when do we see Shatter Machine in AEW?
it would probably be till like the fall. Even that.
All out too?
Supposedly they may be like they may have been like putting out feelers to certain independents even. I'm sure
We see them somewhere.
Yeah.
Before a big company then maybe?
who knows. But
I would like to see them fight Evil and Sonata.
yeah.
That'd be good.
They would probably
Oh my god, that would be so good in New Japan.
no
They
doubt.
are perfect for New
I
Japan.
know.
Somebody said NWA Powerrr.
Oh yeah.
They
If there's
fit-
anywhere.
They're culturally they would fit right into NWA Powerrr. I don't know if the matchups exist.
I don't
for them.
care if this is in Mexico or I would like to see them fight the Lucha Brothers. I think it would be fun.
Well, that,
Rock and Roll Express, obviously. Best team in
mean,
the world.
Yeah, if they could end the career of the Rock and Roll.
oh god,
That would be a
great.
killer angle.
it would be a killer.
Yeah, I have a feeling like these two are just like
they're out of there.
they're done.
Yeah.
They keep asking for it, and obviously
This is 3 times. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. How long can you keep
Well,
these guys?
this makes me wonder what investors think when they're hemorrhaging money. Here's guys that want out, and the response is,
Yeah.
no, you cannot leave. You have to keep taking your money.
Right.
Here, let's give you more money.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to quit and don't want to deal with this anymore. We're giving you a $200,000 raise because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Just to be like,
Ugh.
be happy
Sit on the
being
bench.
in the mid
Sit
card,
on the bench.
being
for
in the mid
$700
card
grand.
and getting like made fun of.
Alvarez was bringing this up because when he was talking about the firing of the presidents and stuff, and he said what we've all said: the roster is ridiculous. And he's like, if you took all the people that are on WWE's bench right now and made a company,
Yeah.
it would be great.
It'd
Yeah.
be a
It'd
great
be a
company.
great company with all the people they got on the bench. Not even the people they use. You could fire half the roster.
Oh, yeah.
And it would still be a great
The
company.
amount of people I feel like in NXT that haven't even gotten on
Right,
TV
right,
yet
Yeah.
is just crazy.
WWE is so afraid of other companies
Oh,
that they're
yeah.
just willing to
100%.
pay,
Yes.
which is
Yeah.
why their
They're
stock is
willing to
tanking.
possibly put NXT on USA Network and
Ugh.
ask for no money.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
That's
That's
Crazy.
what they did.
they're so ready to fold.
They're not.
They're
going
never
to.
gonna
No
fold.
way.
Uh,
There could maybe be a time when they have to just cut ties with a bunch of people, which would be good for them, but
Yeah.
it'll just
I don't
flood
think it's
everyone
cut,
else.
yeah, I don't
Not anytime soon.
Speaking of
Certainly not
people
anytime
that they cut ties with, Luke Harper, the now Brodie Lee, could be set up to show up in Rochester, his hometown, of
Yeah.
when AEW shows up there, and I think it's probably a
killer.
good bet.
I mean, that's smart because then the crowd pops
gonna get
big
a
for
great-
him,
a
and
great
that's
pop.
a good introduction.
I'm
would love
interested
to
to
see
see
that.
what he'll look like, but I think he's always kind of looked like that.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
jeans and like the sweaty
Yeah.
tank top. So
Yeah.
good. That'll be awesome. Even though he's like 40 years old, good. Get
40.
it in while you can,
Oh,
and maybe even New Japan.
hopefully we get to see him wrestle a good match.
Yeah.
It's been 3 years since we've seen him wrestle a good match.
I don't know, push Eric Rowan, but still, you know what? I'd rather Brodie Lee be out of there and wrestling good matches than carrying around a puppet in a fucking cage. That's
Or hammers you never use,
Yeah.
or whatever.
or
Other
be the vintner.
stupid thing.
Who would you want to see him fight in AEW? Who could he?
Anyone? Kenny Omega.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I would like to see him fight Stone Pitbull.
Yes. Oh yeah. Him in New Japan.
Penta El Zero.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd
Him
be
in
good.
New Japan is the right thing to see. But
Anyone in New Japan.
Yeah.
Anyone.
Goto, even Goto.
Oh, him and Goto would be a heck of a
Yeah,
match.
it would be great. It would be a Haas
Him and
match.
Shingo.
Yoshihashi?
Oh, killer.
Right?
Can he
No?
retire him?
You want Yoshihashi to retire Brodie Lee?
Stop it! Charlotte is challenging somebody because she won the Royal Rumble. Is it going to be Rhea Ripley, NXT champ? Not
This
women's
seems like a
champ.
spoiler.
No, champ.
Yeah.
This
This
sure
is-
seems like a spoiler.
This is a rumor, not a spoiler. Nothing has happened.
which
Obviously,
that's
they
so-
don't tape anymore.
and people
damn,
keep
don't do
prefacing
that.
as these are the current plans, which doesn't mean like plans change.
What do you think of this idea, though?
It's terrible.
It's interesting, but they shouldn't do it.
I
I mean,
bet-
it would be fine because she went through NXT. I mean, but-
like they have the groundwork there because of Survivor Series,
Sure.
but I don't know.
I don't want them. I hate that they always do this and they just blend all the rosters, even though they have so many people.
They're going to blend even more
I know
because
they
that's
are.
the only thing that's when NXT won ratings, it was because of blended rosters because
Right, I
Becky
know.
Lynch and all those other people showed up on
Yeah, I
NXT.
know.
That's the only time they really won, except for the
Do you mean
it was like a Christmas show, the Christmas show where they didn't even have a show.
Right.
So I think it's highly probable.
But
I'm
the-
sure they will have a good match with each other. It's not that
The thing is Charlotte didn't need to win the Rumble. Then
right,
you could have had Shayna win.
right.
You could
She could've
just have Charlotte
challenged
show
anybody.
up.
Yeah, she could have just showed up, be like, I don't have anyone to fight at WrestleMania, and I want to fight you. And like that would have been fine. You
Yeah.
had the groundwork with Survivor Series. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about people like that going down and then challenging. Like it doesn't.
Unless they
She's
stayed
your-
out like a Finn Balor.
She's
Yeah,
literally your
she's
number
not going
one lady.
Right.
No, Becky's number one.
She's all right. She's number.
She's
in
number
top two. Top two.
She's two.
1A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
There's like this is just stupid. This is a stupid. idea.
It just I don't know.
It's a stupid.
It's not
idea.
going to do anybody a service because Rhea winning
Yeah.
isn't going to be good. I mean, it would be great for Rhea to
It'll be
beat
great for
Charlotte,
Rhea,
but
I don't know if Rhea
is that going
wins.
to matter in the long run? And
Oh,
if
so-
Charlotte wins, what does that do?
Puts her on NXT TV.
I guess.
And that's the
Exactly.
thing.
It's a
If Rhea
stupid
wins,
idea.
then she basically has to come up.
Right.
Yup.
Yeah.
Good enough to be a
I could easily see this changing.
sure. It should.
But you know what? The thing is when does Charlotte go? I don't feel like she can go down before
no, it would be
Takeover
it would be
because then that
a
would
quick call out on Raw or something.
I feel like
Rhea would have to be
she's gonna-
celebrated on the main roster for something.
no, she's gonna show up on NXT probably the week after. Hopefully the week after Takeover
You're talking about if this happens.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
because they'll pop a rating.
So it's not going to happen.
Maybe she shows up after Rhea's match
Yeah.
at the
Oh,
takeover.
maybe.
All right. A really interesting story that I would love more details on, but I don't think we're going to get. NXT wrestlers were called into a meeting. This is according to Sean Ross Sapp, I believe, right?
Yeah, this is all part of their weekly, one of their weekly.
So they got
things.
called into a meeting and they got yelled at for talking to dirt sheets.
They
And
weren't
other,
yelled at. They're told part.
is
They have like
dirt
some sort of
sheets?
communications
like
thing.
Meltzer people.
Okay.
Like-
Reporters. They
Okay.
call them dirt sheets because it's the old carny way of talking to them.
Jesus Christ.
But anyway, they talk about that and some other stuff, and apparently it pissed a lot of people off. And a few of them called Sean Ross Sapp and were like, "They can go fuck themselves. We're going to call you and tell you about what happened.
Yeah.
We're pissed off."
I feel like they do this once a year,
Yeah.
You see this? They tell people to stop talking to dirt sheets.
They can't call out. What was the other thing? Don't call out any main roster
Yeah, that was the
people
whole thing.
without approval.
But then the next morning, Riddle is doing it, and
Yeah.
they're putting it up on the
Right.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The YouTube.
And there was some
the
other.
YouTube page.
Wasn't there like an independent contractor thing or something? They weren't
Oh, I
allowed
don't
to
know
talk
about
about converse about independent contracting or whatever. I don't know, something like that too. Like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was you have to have your own medical insurance, which apparently is in their contracts.
Right.
But it was
right.
like
That
you're
was
independent contractor, so in order to work
Yeah.
here, you need to provide evidence.
Yeah,
of,
we're not giving you insurance.
right.
Yeah, so a real interesting story. I don't know
Yeah,
if anything's
it's-
ever going to come out of it, but I thought it was,
They're
thought it was
just
interesting. Because there's definitely been the last 6 months, maybe more, people are pissed off in NXT. We don't know who they are,
yeah.
but there's been a bunch of people are not happy in NXT for various reasons. We don't
Right.
really know why or who they are. That's just another weird story about that.
Forgotten Sons, probably.
WWE follows up on the greatest feud of all time, and loser gets a diarrhea bucket dumped on their head.
I want to ask about this, and mostly I don't
It's
care.
a dog food. It was a dog food match. Finally, it happened.
Just tell me who the people were.
Baron Corbin got a bucket of dog food dumped on him, which looked like diarrhea
Yeah.
By who?
by Roman
Roman
and
the
others.
Usos.
And
Okay.
others.
Next thing.
Yeah, that's-
You don't want to go back and watch that?
God no.
Information on Edge is returned. Edge had a new experimental surgery
Really?
about a year ago on his neck.
It went well, apparently.
Yeah.
And he had to rehab for about a year and get into shape, which we've seen him getting into shape over the last year. It's been like secret. You've seen him like working out with Sheamus and stuff. So he had surgery to repair fusion or something, which was going to allow him to have a safe return. And he just needed to clear himself and get it back in shape. So that's what happened. And then him and Orton had a little angle where Orton hit him in the head with a chair.
I will say it was a very good angle.
Yeah.
Because that crowd was absolutely fired the fuck up for Orton giving him a concerto. Like that was like old school, like crowd, like
Can't do
yelling, screaming, like bloody murder at Orton.
He yelled.
And Orton always plays that
He
great.
got
he
a
does.
lot of
Fucking
heat.
Orton
Got a lot of heat for
has,
hitting
like,
him in the head.
real good heat. And yeah, like he was about to walk away. It was a good segment. Good closing segment.
So, if this neck surgery can work for Edge, that begs one question for me:
Okay.
Can Paige save the AEW women's division
Oh, maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised if Paige shows back up again somewhere.
at some point?
She's young enough.
She'll be in
She
WWE.
certainly
I
is.
feel like
She'll
she's
stay in
young
WWE,
enough
but
where
she'll be
she
back.
can get some.
I'm
you know,
sure.
Well,
I'm
she's
sure.
what, like 26 now or something?
Yeah.
She's still very
She's
young.
so young.
Still very young.
I wouldn't be shocked if we see her again. She's already kind of teased that we might
Yeah.
see her again. So
Is
her-
she still under contract with WWE?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. She's
Yes.
on-
I think she just signed a new.
she's on
contract.
WWE backstage all the time.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I think she may have signed. I don't know what kind of contract. Obviously,
I
not
don't know.
like an active
Yeah.
wrestler contract.
Our boy Ryback is back in the news. He's begging
Yep, Sheffield.
WWE for
Yep,
his
yep.
name.
They're not going to budge
Absolutely.
Like, do you
Honestly, why wouldn't they? It's Ryback.
because they don't give a. They're like that's like a fly. bothering
exactly.
something,
It's just like, all right, go away.
no, they're just like
They'll wait.
ignoring
They'll wait 5 years and let it expire, and then
Yeah.
it won't matter. The name won't have any heat. That's what
Yeah.
they do.
I want him to go back to Skip Sheffield.
No,
His original NXT
good old
gimmick.
Skip.
Yep.
Very,
What'd it do?
What is his real
What
name?
it do?
Skip.
Ryan
Sheffield.
Ryan Reeves, I think.
Ryan.
Yeah.
No, he officially changed his name.
Did he really? Is
Didn't
he
he?
Ryan Ryback
yes,
now?
Yes,
Yeah, he officially changed his
Ryback
name.
Reeves is his name.
Ryback Reeves.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay.
yeah,
But I don't think he can do like feed me more and all that stuff. I think that must be part of it.
I'm sure.
In a really weird turn of events, comedy professional wrestling company DDT Pro has purchased Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yeah,
Out
they didn't
from-
purchase it like a
The, the parent company.
a large conglomerate called Cyber Agent.
The parent company of DDT Pro purchased Noah.
So is this going to merge them, or is just somebody looking to divest their portfolio?
Who knows?
I don't believe they would merge.
The only thing that's interesting about this is
WWE Japan or NXT Japan is basically dead.
yeah, but also is this company's big enough that maybe they would have an affiliation with WWE. That's the only thing.
Maybe.
But still, like, But
Or are they buying it just to hand it off to
yeah.
our
No.
savior Hunter?
Noah's not affiliated with All Japan, is it?
No,
Okay.
it's a
It was
third-
just
it's a
just
third
made
brand.
by
The
okay,
two things is
okay.
DDP is kind of comedic,
DDT.
like funny,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
more
DDT.
zany.
What the fuck?
DDT is where you
Wrestling.
fight.
Colt Cabana a lot.
It's where you got the first dick flip.
Yes.
Oh,
It's-
Original dick flip.
It's where you
That
fight
kind of
blow up
shit.
dolls.
Right.
Yes.
You have
And,
DDT heavy metalweight.
Yeah, where a ladder and a
24/7
cat
And then-
are champion.
and then Noah
Young Bucks merch money won the title.
And then Noah is very hard hitting, very like Kenta.
God.
Kenta was in Noah, Marufuji.
Yeah, it's very serious.
Yes. Very
That
serious.
seems like a very odd thing to buy.
Well, they're obviously gonna have to keep them separate.
Yeah, they're keeping it separate.
All right, it's time for everybody's favorite segment, Mike's favorite wrestler of the week.
Wrestler of the
Hulk
week
Hogan.
is Nemesis.
Oh, he's not a good one.
He is active. He's a freelancer. He's a singles tagged and a tag team wrestler.
Like
He's
everyone.
from Georgia, USA. He's a male. He's 6'2",
Why do you?
233.
We know he's a man.
I don't know.
Well, there is a female nemesis.
Oh, this
Is
is
there?
She came up before he did.
beginning
On
of
Google.
beginning of in-ring
Okay.
career was 1998. He's got 22 years of experience. If you
Nice.
didn't
He's
do
an
the
old
math
guy.
quick, his wrestling style is brawler.
Yeah, no
He was
kidding.
trained by Brian Coleman and Brodie Lee Parker, and his signature move is stomping for that ass.
Okay.
Which goes perfectly with the Nemesis gimmick.
And Leverty just his last match was
Sorry about your damn luck.
his last match was June 9th, 2019, in a 20-man body royal.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Body Royal, where he won. He defeated Andy Ripley, Axel Foley,
What?
Azriel, Bryce Cannon, Cody McCullough, Crystal Rose, CT Keys, Hoax, Ivory West, JC. Oh, geez, I need bookmarks of these people.
Wow.
There we go.
More future favorite wrestlers of the week.
And this happened at Family Reunion Fighting for a Cause event at Landmark Arena in Cornelia, Georgia, USA.
Oh,
They did
boy.
raise some good money there. It
Oh,
was a good,
man.
a
And
good event. They raised
His
some good
last
money for
match
charity.
before that was in 2016, where he sadly lost in 723 to Popo the Clown.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
He's underrated.
He's gotten
He
over.
can work. He can
got-
work when he wants.
He's got
to.
himself over. Wow, what a great favorite wrestler of the week. I can't believe how
Nemesis.
many. You've watched a lot of
The male,
Nemesis
not
matches
the
over the
female.
years. The second one that comes up in Google.
Nope.
search.
I didn't even see it. I just saw just saw the
Come up
female.
in a Google search.
Popo the
Oh
Clown.
God, Popo the Clown.
Look at a popo.
Popo
now.
the Clown serial killer.
Oh God. All right, we're
Popo
moving
the
on.
Clown.
Wally,
Oh,
you got a top
Jesus
five
Christ.
for us
Can you
this
beat
week?
that, Wally?
Hopefully.
Oh,
You can decide if I
got
got
John Wayne Gacy went as Popo the Clown.
Oh,
no,
no,
He was
Pogo.
Pogo the Clown.
He was Pogo, yeah.
Okay.
My
Really
top
into your serial
five.
killers,
What's your
aren't
top
you?
five this week?
This week is top 5 male celebrities I'd like to meet.
Number.
Maybe this is worse.
Yes.
Number
In a
5,
back alley.
Tom Hanks. Number 4,
No, you got to give some context. Why?
just because he's a
Okay,
he's a good guy. He's a nice guy.
He's a good guy.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt because I like his movies.
He's a good actor.
Bill Murray because he's freaking hilarious.
He's funny.
Trevor Noah
You know, Bill-
at number 2. Is he a bad person, Bill Murray?
People always love Bill Murray, but Bill Murray's kind of a dick. He didn't talk to Harold Ramis for 20 years
Yeah.
because he didn't like the way Groundhog Day came at. Like,
Which is weird because it's such a good movie.
it's such a good movie. Yeah. It's kind of a
I
dick,
did.
but-
He
I did
actually
hear he's
obviously
kind of a
must be
dick.
over it because he had an
Yeah.
entire 6-minute Super Bowl commercial about it.
All right,
But
I'm sorry.
I just saw Zombieland again, and I loved his
He was
little
very good.
He's good.
cameo.
Excellent cameo.
Who was 2 and 1?
Number 2 is Trevor Noah because the behind the scenes scene stuff of the Daily Show always makes me laugh. And number 1 is Ryan Reynolds because he's fucking Deadpool.
He's so hot.
He's Deadpool. He's hot. My
Man,
God.
you are so basic.
Those are the 5 people you want to meet.
You are the most
For
basic
celebrities.
bitch
Yep.
ever.
Why not?
Those are the 5 celebrities you want to meet.
Ryan Reynolds is
No athletes, no politicians, no just actors.
Yeah, you
All
don't
actors.
wait, you don't want to meet Troy
No.
fucking Aikman?
No,
Your childhood hero?
no. He's I
He's
can't.
ruined
I
it for
can't
himself?
not.
You don't want to
I
meet
can't-
Nate Newton in his van full of marijuana? I mean, I would love to meet Nate Newton.
I hate listening to Troy whenever he's on.
Wow.
Whenever he's
Did
calling
good
games.
last
hanging out with
night.
Joe Buck.
What about
Oh
Emmett
my
Smith?
God. I think it's because he's hanging out with Joe Buck.
Still,
thought they
I would
were
rather
very
listen to
good
those
last
two
night.
than Phil.
These are your
Simms.
childhood heroes.
I wouldn't say that, but
Jimmy Johnson? You don't want to go fishing with Jimmy
The Oak
Johnson?
Tree, Charles Oakley,
no.
Patrick Chewing.
You want to chew on some chewings?
He might make the top 10.
John Starks?
No.
Wow.
Alan Houston, Spreewell.
You guys realize that I actually hate those teams. Like
Your
they're
own
my
team,
favorite,
the
and
Cowboys.
I fucking hate them.
Why would you
so
hate
much.
the Cowboys? They won multiple. They won 3 titles.
Because
What
I
is there
also,
to hate?
I mostly grew up watching the 2000s Cowboys, which have been god awful.
All right, I think that was worse
The
than
Quincy Carter.
Nemesis.
Quincy Carter. That
What were you about to say?
Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe, Cowboy.
Jesus
All right,
That
that's
was
it.
such a weird list.
Coming on, it's a very weird list. That's why I want him to do this because
Next
it's
week
gonna be
is-
weird.
next week is going to be female celebrities.
Oh, that's gonna get
Oh,
weird.
That's gonna get real weird. Private ear counts now. Block New York Knicks 167. All right, next up, Bill is reviewing with us. Very good movie.
Very
Yeah.
good movie.
Shocking.
Way better.
Maybe
There's
laugh.
only been like
Maybe nearly cry.
there's only been like
About cried at one scene.
2 serious good movies on the show. Like there's good movies we've done, but 2 like Oscar-ish movies.
Yeah.
The
What was the
Wrestler and this.
Oh, the wrestler, right? Yeah.
So Peanut Butter Falcon is the movie,
It was excellent.
and it is
yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
It has like a
very good.
97 on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's
It
so
made me
it's
like
great.
What's
It's great.
his face?
Shia LaBeouf
Yeah.
is a very
Shia
good.
LaBeouf is a good actor.
He was
Yes.
acting
I
his
was-
ass off in
And
that movie.
he's got another movie. Well, we should just wait.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. All
Talk
right,
about it.
that'll
You
be
got
up.
to tune in for that.
Tune in next for that.